Okay, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Well, uh, before I even introduce anything, I had an edible last night and I'm still high. I was thinking, JB, just don't do the stream today. Don't embarrass anybody from RBN. But I was like, but like Freddie Mercury said in the song, show must go on. And so that's what happened. So welcome to the RBN Roundtable today on the Revolutionary Blackout Network. I'd like to give a warm welcome to all of you and remind you that the Roundtable streams every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure to click that thumbs up even though I am high. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that because the algorithm doesn't like us, especially now that I'm still savvy.
Hi, JB.
My sister from another mister. This is the second time I've ever been high on stream before. First time was for our 10,000 subscriber celebration. I was gone. JB went bye-bye. I've been sitting with this high for, let me see, 11,
Hello?
2, 3.
Hello? These spam calls. Thought it was something important. Sorry.
No. I got a text message from Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, God. She asking for money?
Yeah, I basically said, I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on my motherfucking phone.
I didn't have it with these snakes.
I hadn't had it with Welcome to RBN, people. Good to see everybody. I just want to say hello to everybody who's in the chat. Good to see you all. CBC voter, Panquake, yes, we can do it. Gore, son of none, says, always looking forward to these live streams. We look forward to seeing you too. Dead People Stain says, it was once true that the corporate media manufactured consent, but today they are manufacturing acceptance. Absolutely. I love the way you put that. It's the same thing. Okay. Sweary Fairy says, so who else has been sharing the channel everywhere they can think of? Aw, thank you so much.
Oh.
Malik, good to see you. Hey, Savannah, so nice to see you as well. All right. Welcome to the green. Welcome to the green side of the force. Sorry, I couldn't. Those of you who watch Star Wars know. Yeah. Trust me, I got my life. Lawrence, good to see you. Yes, please click the bell icon. Look, I don't know if we're gonna end up getting demonetized again. So just in case, click that thumbs up, please. Yeah. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Greg. I don't know if I can do this. Oh my goodness. Red Patriot, love you too. Jess, nice to see you. We're living in interesting times. That one thing I can be certain of. Love the show. Thank you so much. All right, so there's a lot of different things that we. Oh wait, the people on Rockfin. Good to see X the Unknown on Rockfin. Good to see you as well. Sorry about that. But going through what's been going on. I mean, we might as well talk about this story right here. I mean, Sabs, because it's. Oh, hang on. I got to share my screen in order to do that. We can talk about Mr. Ro Khanna. Because, oh, yeah. So this is actually from Politico. Let me enlarge this just a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. Look, I'm not all there right now. Okay, so Politico says top figures from the Bernie Sanders presidential campaign are privately encouraging the California congressman to run for president in 2024 if Joe Biden doesn't seek a second term.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Savs, your thoughts?
Yeah, so I tweeted about this earlier today because I just thought this was laughable at best. Kid from Hardlands Media, I think, had the best response to this, a rather vulgar response. So here's my take on this. I mean, Bernie Sanders is to the left of Ro Khanna. Ro Khanna, I wouldn't even call him progressive anymore. And I'm starting to question Bernie Sanders as well. But why in the world would Bernie Sanders' campaign recommend Ro Khanna knowing that he is to the right of Bernie Sanders? So that's suspect. And I think everybody should question that. Like, why is this happening in the first place to begin with? Number two, it's important that people know who Ro Khanna's donors are. Ro Khanna takes money from Silicon Valley. He takes money from Big Pharma. In fact, someone pointed this out on Twitter. Let me pull up that meme. But he takes money, corporate money. You can also look him up on Open Secrets. It lists all of his donors as well. So I don't understand how a campaign that ran on grassroots donations and was against taking corporate money wants to back someone like Ro Khanna who does take corporate money. So to me, this just tells me exactly where they're headed. It tells me that this whole grassroots thing isn't that important to them anymore. And they're just still trying to keep this train going. I'll go ahead and pull up that. Wow, a lot of people responded to this. Here it is. I found it.
Okay. By the way, good to see you also in the chat, Ashura. I'm sorry I skipped over. Like, look, when I said I was high, I really do mean it. I really am today. So I do apologize to anybody that I missed. So
this is just some of Ro Khanna's donors that you can see here. And he's the one that said he was for Medicare for all. I mean, look at this: CVS Health, United Healthcare, Anthem, Cigna, Moderna, Humana, Quest Diagnostics, Pfizer, Gilead. I hope I pronounced that correct. But those aren't even the people. Yeah. And at the bottom of this apparently must have come from Instagram. At the bottom of this, it says, M for All says, hey, babe, how about I make some money for us by buying stocks and betting against the legislation you co-sponsor? Now, that's his wife. And I think it's important that people know this. They need to know exactly who Ro Khanna is and what he represents. And again, he takes money from tech companies in Silicon Valley. So it's just hilarious to me that this is the person that they come up with. Listen, let me show you what this looks like. They wouldn't even recommend, and as much as I don't agree with her today, they wouldn't even recommend Nina Turner. What does that tell you? The person who worked with Bernie on his campaign.
It's Sabs. You're making too much sense right now.
The dumbest idea. This is the dumbest idea I've heard of. And to go along with that, you also have to remember too, along with Ro Khanna, he was just outed by Max Blumenthal. I think Ro Khanna really showed us who he was last year by the way that he's voted. He hasn't held the line. He didn't hold the line, and he said that he would, and he didn't. And then there was just that recent interview where Max Blumenthal approached him outside, and Ro Khanna was like, well, yeah, I'm anti-war except for this, and this. He also made excuses for what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. Like, no, he showed his whole ass last week.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Like, you want to push someone that supports the military industrial complex. You want to push someone that is taking money from Silicon Valley. That's not progressive. This whole movement has been co-opted and it's been watered down.
Yeah. And lest we forget all the stocks that he and his wife are involved in. Yeah, exactly, Rome. Insider trading. It's like, hold up. You want to talk about the millionaires and billionaires about how they're getting away with shit while you're a millionaire getting away with shit.
Yep.
Like what? And then you want to talk about you're for the working class, motherfucker. You're not even part of the working class. And from what it looks like, you're advocating for the rich. I mean, look at all the people who you own stocks with. You're literally part of the club. So people are be like, oh my God, he's progressive. Progressive my ass. I mean, look, the only thing that Ro Khanna has progressed in is his shit lippery. That's pretty much all thing he's ever progressed in. Because the thing is that he's not for the working class. He tries to make it seem like he's the reasonable adult voice in the room, when really he's just another greedy voice in the room that has been trying to make us think that he's on our side. He's another snake in the grass. I put him at the same level as somebody like Elizabeth Warren.
Yep.
Snakes in the grass who just honestly want to they want to make it seem like they're fighting by saying the words. It's all rhetorical, but they really don't give a shit about it, because if they truly did, then it would happen. And this is one of the reasons why I think direct action is so important, because you literally have to force people like him in order to get things done that you want to get done. Like, you need the direct action to do that. People can't sit here and just say, oh, well, he's going to be progressive. No, I don't care how progressive they are. I don't care if it's Jesus Christ that's in there. Look, you have to force them to get done what you want them to get done, because guess what? They work for you. And if they're not willing to get it done, then, well, shit, do what you got to do. But, like, why are, Bernie Sanders campaign, you're starting to realize who was really running the campaign. I mean, I'm just saying.
And another thing I want to show people too, this is how they can be kind of sneaky. I told you they can be sneaky about who the donors are by not using the name that we're all familiar with, but it's still legit because that name is still attached to that company. So here's a perfect example. If you go to opensecrets.com and you look up Ro Khanna and look up his campaign finance summary, if you scroll down here, you'll see top contributors for 2021, 2022. You'll see a company called Alphabet Inc., $94,333. Now, unless you look into that, most people may not know that Alphabet Inc. is Google. You have to look this up. They're sneaky that way. Instead of just putting Google, which everyone knows, they'll put a different name that's still attached to that company. So Alphabet Inc. is an American multinational technology conglomerate holding company headquartered in Mountain View, California. So it just, again, you got to do your research. There's so much you can see here. Like, you can look up industries, and you'll have to dig into them. But securities and investment, that's concerning. It just, I don't know. And look, let's go down here. And I told you, how are you going to say you for Medicare for all? And Ro Khanna is taking money from big pharma. This is what I was talking about: pharmaceuticals and health products, $75,239. So his tweets about Medicare for all is just a game. It's just a great. They're not going to push for Medicare for all. He wasn't even willing to push back when it came to the infrastructure bill, which he was supposed to push back so that those two bills, infrastructure and the Build Back Better, would go together. And Ro Khanna did not push back on it.
No, of course he didn't. Co-sponsoring doesn't mean shit.
Nope.
I hate when people go, but they co-sponsored. I don't care, right? It's just like someone saying that, it's like someone wishing you well, even though they have the ability to help your situation or circumstance get better. It's like applying for a job somewhere, and then you know that that person is the right person for the job, and you work in HR, and you're not, and there's nobody else that's as qualified as this person, but you're not going to move on their application, you know, as quickly because you don't believe that it's just. I'm sorry, I'm still high. Um, but it's just, you know, what is involved in trying to get us improved material conditions, and yet you still don't do it because you know that in the end it's going to grease your palms instead.
Yep.
It's just silly to me, you know, like, why are we, you know, why are people still having faith in someone when his mask has been off for a little while already?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it kills me when people still call him progressive. Like even when he went on to TYT, there was an interview, I think like a couple months ago. Even TYT, even they criticized him like to his face because
Wow.
it
Yeah.
makes them look bad. It makes them look bad telling people put these progressives through,
Hmm.
and then they get there and they don't hold the line and they don't push back. So that makes them look bad. That's not good for their brand.
Hmm.
So Jink really like I gotta admit, Jink really handed it to Rokan in that interview. He was like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, how could you not do this? How could you not? So again, it's the people you need to watch out for, or you need to like really pay close attention to. It's not so much the establishment Democrats because we already know how they are, right? That's all out in the open. But you need to
Hmm.
pay close attention to the ones that call themselves progressive that are secretly going along with the establishment when it comes to voting, when it comes to these legislation. And we don't hear about all of them. We only hear about certain legislation. We don't hear about all of the legislation that they vote on.
Yeah. And a non-user actually tapped into what I was trying to say. It's Derek Chauvin saying Black Lives Matter, defund the police. Yeah.
There you go.
Him saying, oh, well, healthcare is a human right and we need Medicare for all. It's like, yeah, you say that in word, but in practice, you do not preach it.
Oh,
And and like I said, you know, when it comes to, you know, this is why we at RBN are more direct action heavy. Um, Look at what we were able to do. With direct action, they were able to force a racist to sign the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act. They got a racist to sign it. You see, one thing that is made abundantly clear is that a politician is a means to an end. They are not the end themselves, and nobody should see them as such. If you're
right.
sitting there and thinking that a politician is going to be what saves us, absolutely not. The politician is a mere screw in the entire machine. Are they necessary to a small extent? Yes, but you have to force them to do what you want them to do, and that also takes, you know, a healthy version of fear. Because if they are scared of you versus the people who give them money,
Yep.
there you go.
And Lee Camp was talking about this recently that nothing gets passed that doesn't have corporate interests.
Hmm.
So even with Barack Obama's Obamacare, that still had corporate interest.
Hmm.
So this is why like things like Medicare for all, canceling student loan debt, like yes, those are things that the American people need, but there's no corporate interest in that.
Hmm.
That's why they won't do it.
Hmm.
Rome's here.
Hmm.
going on, y'all? I'm just trying to get this damn uncensored. All
It's good to see your smiling face, Rome.
right. Yeah, you know me, man. I'm just happy I'm done with this damn deck, and I see that they're trying to push Ro Khanna for for the president.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like
Mm-hmm.
that shit is gonna fail horribly. That he has no outreach outside of the left.
No.
Mm-hmm. No, and even with somebody like Ro Khanna, he's gonna end up being like another John Kerry. Watch.
Yep.
Facts. I mean,
Yep.
he is right now.
Yeah.
Like, if he was to get anywhere, it's not going to be with us. It's going to be with the corporations because he's going to take those deals. He's going to take those phone calls and be at them wine parties and shit. So if anything, he's going to come up with them. But I still don't see people going out and voting for him in drives. Like, no way.
They don't give a shit about him. They don't give a fuck about Ro Khanna. They're gonna be like, Ro who? Ro who? Like, they're not even gonna know who he is. And then he's just gonna fall out of the limelight just as fast as he went in.
Yep.
Like, the only people who really knows who Ro Khanna is, besides us three and people who are in this space in the commentary and who are really dialed into the politics of this nation, who really knows him. Like, you go up to the average person, who's Ro Khanna? You go to people in fucking California in his district, you're not even gonna know who the fuck he is. Like, let's be real. You know, because the thing is that, like, what has he really done that made working and poor people go, oh man, this is the dude?
Yeah,
nothing. Absolutely nothing. Huh. You know, so sorry, I'm high. But still, you know, but it's still, that's my point. Like, and then they can say, oh, he co-sponsored Medicare for all. Did he write the bill? Did he push anything that makes the establishment?
He was quiet as hell during forced to vote. He was quiet as fuck.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Sabby.
Yep. No, it's true. I was gonna say, like, I've mentioned Ro Khanna to my dad actually recently. Something Ro Khanna did. Oh yeah, it was that interview with Max Blumenthal. My dad was like, "Who?"
It's funny because it's true. But yeah, like, and so it's not just about, because okay, presidency is exceedingly less these days about foreign and domestic policy and more about popularity, stylistics, and how they make people feel emotionally. That's pretty much all it is. And even then, Ro Khanna ain't got it, because whenever people listen to Ro Khanna, they go.
Trying to be
so even then, in a popularity contest, he would not win Mr. Congeniality. So why in the hell would you run Ro Khanna? Like, you have a better chance with Nina Turner than you have Ro Khanna.
Or Cory Bush.
Or Cory Bush. Like, you have way better chance personality-wise. Because let's be real, that the presidential election is just a personality contest. Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, he's not likable. Like, he's kind of boring.
He's rich. He's a boring rich dude. Yes. I believe in Medicare for all, and I co-sponsored it into the House, and I think we should pass it. I believe that healthcare is a human right. Yes, absolutely. Even though my wife and I own stocks in many different multinational conglomerates, that doesn't have a bearing on my feelings. Don't listen to these riffraff on the left. Sorry, I'm high.
Oh boy.
You know what? I blame it on Rome. I'm gonna blame Rome.
Right. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on Rome, because you influenced me to smoke more and consume more marijuana. I blame it on you.
You should, man. You should.
Oh my god.
It's good for my back. It's good for
my neck, my back. Okay. But yeah, so but that's the crazy part. Is like, here's the thing. I think that the people in Bernie Sanders' campaign actually know all the things that I just said. It's just they're trying to keep the narrative, the capitalistic narrative in front of us, so that we think that we actually have a fighting chance when we don't in that way. I don't know. What does that make any sense? What I just said?
I mean, if Bernie failed, what the fuck can Ro Khanna do?
Exactly. There's no energy behind Ro Khanna.
Yeah.
Who the fuck about to get outside for Ro? Who about to not going to do it for that nigga? He ain't got no good speeches. No, he ain't even got a fucking slogan.
Man, I don't even want to tweet for him. And that just takes a couple thumbs. Like, yo, like, why are we? You know what? I'm actually ready to move on because his relevancy is honestly that little.
I'm actually going to be talking about this on Call In Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get people to call in about this.
Good luck, because you might not get too many people because it's Ro Khanna.
Ro Khanna for president ? Boy,
you're gonna probably get a couple of shit libs like, yeah, I can actually see me voting for him in a primary. Yeah. I mean, this the best that we can do, you know. This is all we got, so we just have to keep on put. Like, I don't know. I think that's a step back from Bernie Sanders to Ro Khanna. Even like, maybe go ahead. Do what you
he's
do.
not he's not enthusiastic either. Like, even when like people interview him and he's on CNN and MSNBC quite often, there's no passion behind his voice. There's no like he doesn't inspire people. He just gets on there with the monotone voice and answers their questions. It just
bro.
We all need to fight for Medicare for all, and we all need to believe and believe hard enough, and then you'll be healthy. If you just wish
hard enough, we can get Medicare for all to pop into existence. That's all you need to do. Just wish. Cross your fingers, cross your eyes, cross your toes, cross your scrotum, and get Medicare for all.
Somebody said Trump with cream Ro Khanna. Hell yeah, that's no contest. First day of voting, Trump won.
Yeah.
Sure like that.
Yeah. So
nobody know that nigga.
Nobody knows.
The troubles I've seen. Oh God.
Moon River. Okay. All right.
We always sing when we get on the stream.
I know.
Always end up singing some shit.
Yep. Clap your hands if you believe. Yeah, I'm not clapping my hands because I don't believe in them.
Motherfuckers always talk about what they believe in and what they support, not what they gonna do. Like, man, y'all better watch out for them niggas talking federal. That federal talk. Oh yeah, housing for all. For who? Nigga, you work for one person. But then Ro Khanna, even what would be his talking points? I figure they can say that because he will be more middle ground with corporations. He probably could get Republicans to vote for him, but his outreach, like, Republicans are going to murder him, man. With the outreach alone, like, it's too much work to be done with him. You know, maybe he stayed under the eye long enough, but I don't know. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it past the left.
Oh man, that's funny because it's true.
I'll be thinking like niggas really stand in that line to vote that do that shit.
Man, I'd rather stand in the food stamp or Social Security office in line than stand to vote for Ro Khanna. At least I'll get shit done that way.
I'd rather crack an egg surgically and
He's
don't
so
split
boring.
the fucking the thing that's holding the egg in place. Then vote for Ro Khanna, because then that'll be more productive than voting for his ass. He's gonna fucking lose.
I'm not gonna say what I was about to say because I was gonna take it too far. But anyways, yeah, his relevance is actually kind of gone right now. So we can, if you guys don't mind, we can just move on to the next story because it's Ro Khanna.
Shut yourself ass up. What world y'all live in where y'all don't hear N words or cussing words or like? Just go. If you feel that way, go. Come back on Saturday alone.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to. What the fuck? It's our platform.
what's
Right.
the next one? I forgot.
Yeah.
I sent you a couple of them. I remember.
You did.
Oh, the Marjorie Taylor Green. You
Oh
want to do
yeah.
that one?
Did I? You know what? I don't think. Hang on. Let me. I told y'all I'm high. It's real. It's just real. Shit, JB, come on.
What the fuck your shirt say?
Oh, it talks about sarcasm being one of my many talents.
This is true.
Yeah, well, I mean, I try
Dad
to.
jokes. That's why you know you getting old, nigga. You wearing them dad shirts.
Yep, they like to call me daddy. Hey, you see how I did that? You see how I turned that around? No. Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit closer.
I always get that shit confused with that commercial, man.
Oh yeah. So do I.
We found the right snacks. It's like,
all right, so we're going to take a look at this now. I'm gonna let y'all know this. We have to be objective when it comes to facts, right? We're not the mainstream media. We do have a bias that is towards the left, definitely. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. This is one of those times where the broken clock is actually correct. And I know it makes me a little sick to my stomach to say that she's right. It does. But she is. All right, so I'm going to read the tweet. Get ready for this. This is from Marjorie Taylor Green. She said, Democrats have been calling Republicans, President Trump and his supporters, Nazis since 2015. Actually, yeah, they are pretty adjacent. Anyway, but the Dems have been funding actual Nazis since the Obama-Biden administration. That is also true. Funding to neo-Nazis in Ukraine only stopped under President Trump. I don't know about that because, I mean, they didn't pull shit out, but whatever. Not only were Democrats funding neo-Nazis in Ukraine, since 2014, the U.S. and Ukraine are the only countries who have, year after year, voted against UN resolution to combat the spread of Nazism in Europe and the world. Now, the whole part about since 2014, yes, that is absolutely true. Last week, Congress voted to fund Ukraine with $13.6 billion in lethal aid. How much U.S. taxpayer cash will end up in the hands of the neo-Nazis in Ukraine? That is a great question, to be honest. And to top it off, NATO has been supplying the neo-Nazis in Ukraine with powerful weapons and extensive training on how to use them. What the hell is going on with these NATO Nazis?
Boom.
So she's actually pretty much spot on for the most
you
part.
left out how Trump was doing that shit too, but it's all good. It's okay. But
I mean,
because the real saying is, a broken clock is right twice a day, but it's never accurate. So it might be the right time, but you know what I'm saying? It might be 6 o'clock, but it might be 6 o'clock in the morning. It depends.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
So her leaving out that shit. Yeah.
The crazy thing is because people are like so used to her crazy antics, a lot of people that saw this today were just like, oh, it's just Marjorie Taylor Green. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm just going to skip past. But she's actually right.
Yeah. That's what's scary. You know,
So what they calling her? What's the backlash? What they calling her? They can't call her a Nazi. What they calling her? Putin or what?
Putin puppet.
Putin puppet?
Yeah. The Putin comments or crazy, but they were always called it crazy. But yeah, anybody who offers any other type of information towards this conflict that you're not getting from mainstream media, people are giving them like Russian smears. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of.
I knew I was gonna see that picture. Dog.
I didn't even know this was gonna come up. It just came up right.
Hey, motherfucker, go back up real quick.
Okay. All right.
There we go. That motherfucker every time. The worst person just. Oh my god. Oh.
Who is that anyway? I have no idea who that is.
That was off The Onion. That was an old ass from The Onion. And they were saying like the worst person alive, some shit, just made a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Okay, this is complete brain worms right here. Every time a Republican tweets something, just ask them what they've done for the U.S. in the last 5 years. Ask them what they've done for the average American to improve their lives. Their silence is deafening. You're leaving out one half of the married couple. You're leaving out the Democratic part.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Because guess what? The Democrats have also been doing the exact same thing. Here's the only flaw, I think, in Marjorie Taylor Greene's logic, is that the Republicans support what the Democrats have been doing as far as NATO and Ukraine.
Yeah, Martin.
They don't care either. The thing is that part of her tweet is steeped in partisan politics. Rather than looking at it as from both parties are doing this, she wants to pick a side with the Republicans. So it's just like, yeah, you're right about the Democrats, but you also need to look at your own party too, because they've been championing this bullshit as well.
This is the problem with the people who are party loyalists. They're so brainwashed and conditioned, like with their party. Anytime their party does something, they just agree with it and say that they're right, even if there's a chance they could be wrong.
Yeah.
A big ass chance.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they know that these motherfuckers wrong. They just ignore it. Just hope that it get better. I hope nobody say anything about it. And if we do say anything about it, they're gonna come at us and say, "Hey, this is not the time. This is not the time to try to put, you know what I'm saying, pressure on power while we can. Let's let them get their seat around all these fucking rich fucks and corporations and oil tycoons, and then they'll listen to you."
I don't see Marjorie Taylor Greene out there trying to do an end of wars rally right now. I don't see her talking shit about what the United States has been doing and and supporting Israel when it comes to the apartheid in Palestine, or talking about the bombing in Somalia. She's not talking about that shit either. So, you know what? Even though she's, mostly correct on this one, a lot of times she keeps her mouth shut. So therefore, I still see her no better, and people need to, realize and see that they're all, it's just a bunch of shit waffles, man. I'm high.
They're all doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, all doing the same thing. In fact, some people have been sharing a particular video that was released a couple of days before this.
Oh my god, this shit is gonna be.
Yeah, let me share my screen really quick.
What the fuck?
Because people aren't realizing, what's really going on. And then once you show them, then there's this, they don't want to hear it at all. So this is from Dan Cohen. Says Ukraine 24 presenter goes full Nazi, endorses Adolf Eichmann, I think that's how you pronounce it, to call for genocide of Russians. And the quote is saying, by ailing children, they will never grow up and the nation will disappear. I hope that everyone will contribute and ill the least one Muscovite, which is also another word for Russian. And this is the receipt here. So read the captions because he's going to be speaking in Ukrainian.
Я знаю, що як журналіст я маю бути об'єктивним, маю бути виваженим для того, щоб повідомляти вам інформацію з холодним серцем, але направду триматися зараз дуже важко, особливо в такий час. І якраз уже нас на Росії називають нацистами, фашистами і так далі, я дозволю собі зацитувати слова Адольфа Ейхмана, який сказав, що для того, щоб знищити націю, потрібно нищити в першу чергу дітей.
Okay, so he basically just said, since they're calling us Nazis anyway, then we might as well just let the cat out of the bag. Fuck it. Okay, so I'm going to give my praise for this Adolf Eichmann. And we're going to, you know, basically, I live by, you know, he's basically saying I live by his words, you know. So to him, Eichmann was probably like, you know, someone to be revered. And this is basically, you know, like you know, they're like the cat's out of the bag, so we might as well not hide it anymore. Anybody got any thoughts before I continue?
This reminds me, I was speaking on this earlier on the show I did earlier about Obama and the civilian death rate. Like when you are in other countries and the percentage of your death rate is in the 90s, that doesn't seem like a oops. Like that doesn't seem like a mistake. That seems like you are targeting people and doing ethnic cleansing. Because when you are targeting civilians, you target women and children and whatnot. We see in some countries in the Middle East that some countries are young. Some countries are young now because of all the bombing that we have done, all the droning we have done. And this isn't anything new. This is just them saying the quiet part out loud because this is their goal, is ethnic cleansing. I mean, what else is our goal? What else do we do when we send drones over, send bombs, and build military bases on foreign lands? You know, we take the resources, we kill their people, and we make sure that they will never be a threat.
Yeah. Savvy?
No, it's true. It just, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I don't know how many people saw this video. This was on Twitter, right? Yeah. I don't know how many people saw this, but it says 357.6K views. Okay. Yeah. Because we need as many people to see this as possible. Like, because this is the part I feel like mainstream media, they're not telling you about this part. Like, how are you going to sugarcoat Nazis?
That's true. How do you sugarcoat that?
Actually, they just did something on CNN. If you can go on my page, JB, I just
all right,
retweeted something.
Can we finish this video real quick?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Savvy, did you have anything else to add?
Oh, no, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Тому що вбиваючи їхніх батьків, діти виростуть і обов'язково помстяться.
He said, because if you ill with a K, the parents, the children will grow up and will definitely take revenge. That's their logic.
Вбиваючи дітей, вони ніколи не виростуть, і нація зникне. Як Збройні сили України не можуть нищити російських дітей, тому що це заборонено правилами війни, і це заборонено різними конвенціями, в тому числі Женевськими. Але я не зі Збройних сил України. І коли мені випаде нагода розправитися з росіянами, я обов'язково це зроблю. Я дотримаюсь, раз ви вже називаєте нацистами, дотримуюсь доктрини Адольфа Ейхмана і зроблю все, що від мене залежить, для того, щоб ні ви, ні ваші діти ніколи не жили на цій землі. Для того, щоб ви відчули, як воно, коли вмирають ні в чому не винні цивільні люди. Для того, щоб ви відчули весь біль і страждання, коли ви говорите, а ми не починали війни. Це все Путін. Ми не хотіли цієї війни. Ми теж її не хотіли. Але тепер ви мусите розуміти, що тут йдеться про перемогу українського народу, а не мир. Нам потрібна перемога. І якщо для цього доведеться вирізати всі ваші сім'ї, я буду одним із перших, хто це зробить. Слава нації! І сподіваємось, що такої нації, як Росія і росіяни, ніколи більше не залишиться на цій землі. Тому що це просто виродки, які засмічують цю землю. І якщо в українців є можливість, що вони зараз, в принципі, роблять, розчити, різати, вбивати, душити москальноту, я сподіваюся, що кожен внесе свій вклад і замочить хоча б одного москаля.
Wow. It's just out in the open now. It's just the corporate media is like, we have to support people like this guy. And it's really just like, are you guys seriously just going to gloss over the fact that you have reporters saying this in Ukraine? Savvy Rome, can you guys make this make sense at all?
The motherfuckers cowards and they know they lost. They know they lost. Like I was explaining, this their last little battle cry. I just reported earlier that Russia just took over 2 cities, and they just took over another faculty from Ukrainian forces. It's over. They lost this war before the first bomb even hit the ground, and they know it.
Yep. There's a video. If you guys haven't seen this, it's kind of long, but that you should watch on YouTube. It's called "Is the West to Blame for what's happening in Ukraine?" Something like that. Is the West to blame for Ukraine? I highly recommend you watch that video because they actually go through the history of like what happened, how we got to, or excuse me, how they got to where they are. And it shows you how the United States involvement is what started all of this to begin with in the first place. So I highly recommend that you watch that video because there's no political, it's not politically motivated. It's just the history. So if you guys find that on YouTube, definitely check that out. Because I think that's the piece that's really missing from a lot of like mainstream media commentary. They're not really going into the history. You'll hear more about that from independent media. You'll hear more about that from us. You'll hear more about that from like left independent media than you will on CNN and MSNBC. And there's a reason for that. They don't want you to know that the United States is to blame.
Yeah. Rome, I'm on your page. What video were you referring to?
It was somebody. I think I could have sworn I retweeted that somebody was watching CNN from the couch.
Oh, okay. I saw that. Okay. All right, I got you. All right, let me pull that up really quick right here. All right, I'm gonna be reacting to this, with fresh ears because I've never seen this, so it's gonna be my initial reaction. All right, so let me. All right, let's listen.
Seems like fertile ground for a false flag operation. So what is NATO going to do if, it's one thing for sarin gas to be used on people in faraway Syria who are Muslim and who are of a different culture. What is Europe going to do when it's on?
Hold on. Y'all didn't hear her. Rewind it back. I know it's low, but please listen to her.
For sarin gas to be used on people in faraway Syria who are Muslim and who are of a different culture. What is Europe
Go
going
back
to do
one more time, bro.
on European soil? A false flag operation. So what is NATO going to do if, it's one thing for sarin gas to be used on people in faraway Syria who are Muslim and who are of a different culture. What is Europe going to do when it's on European soil done to Europeans? Are they going to intervene?
Wow.
Are they going to keep standing back?
I guess Syrians or Muslims aren't regular people.
And are they willing to have a direct confrontation with Vladimir Putin, which is what he seems to want?
That's what you gonna see on.
What?
That's the shit that they produce. Just calling people, just dismissing people dismissing humans, bro.
Yeah. But that's how fascism works. You dehumanize
I
people
gotta put my
who,
Goku hat on for this shit. I need to be strong. I need
yeah,
to stay strong for this because
yeah,
this is
yeah. Because
What?
let's be honest, that's how they do it. They dehumanize in order to take your empathy away, so that you start to look at certain groups of people like they're nothing. And so then when you see them suffer, you don't care if they're suffering, because you took in that human element of them out of your brain. And this is what is going on in corporate media. They're trying to they're literally taking your view of humanity and distorting it to fit their narrative so that they can commit genocide or they can champion genocide. That's what they're doing. And
This
they're
is the
trying to.
same. Oh, go ahead, JB.
No,
Sorry.
no, please go ahead. Go ahead.
We've seen this twice, or maybe more than twice, but this is the same way that the same thing that they did to African slaves or Africans that were brought to this country to be slaves. They dehumanized them. This is the same thing that Germans did to, and not all Germans, I want to be very clear, but this is the same thing that Hitler and his army did to the Jewish people in Germany. They dehumanized them. So JB's right. So when they have to like suffer, you don't really feel that same type of empathy for them that you would for someone who is white.
Yeah.
And this is an old trick. And I'm really like shocked that that was my first time seeing that video. I'm shocked that more people aren't calling that out. Like what she said, that was said right there on cable news. And they let that air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't stop her, ain't correct her. They just sitting there bobbing their head like, yeah.
Well, I mean, look at what the big thing that Facebook was allowing. Now they're allowing calls for basically genocide to be okay in their platform in Europe.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry. So you're now allowing hate speech, which is going to be a slippery slope, because if they're going to allow you to do it against Russians, then they're damn sure going to allow you to do it against people who are in brown countries and black countries and people like us. So, and yet they want to talk about, oh, well, we're for human rights.
Mm-hmm.
Which humans? Which
That's
humans?
true.
You got to ask that question, because you see people like her. She just said regular people. She somebody in the comments just pointed out that she stopped herself from saying color, but that's how these people feel. So which humans you want them to have the rights? Because we see these same people, how they neglected to tell the real stories and what is going on at the border. How people are getting hysterectomies. Damn it. Am I thinking about the right timeline? God damn, America's so fucked up. Well, yeah, even the hysterectomies, what y'all did to the Haitians, the kids, and like y'all they neglected so many fucking stories. But now they all doing warm stories talking about, oh well, America is letting Ukrainians in through the Mexico border. Oh, it's so beautiful, you guys. Wow, I'm like, what? Where was that shit when we was trying to come over? But whatever. It is what it is. That's how they feel, man. Just pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Who your enemies are, man. They'll tell you. They will tell you. They might not tell you like, hey, I hate you. But they got many ways to tell you. They got many ways in showing you.
Hey, Rome, let a group of Ukrainians try to cross our southern border through Mexico, and then ICE on horses with whips try to take them down as they were trying to enter in. Imagine how much outrage would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All because they don't look like this, right? And while I do think that there are people on both sides that are suffering, both Ukrainians and Russians, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because we have to be objective and call a thing. But yeah, I mean, if they're willing to do that to Russian people,
I need
What's
to send
next?
this. Yeah, I need to send this to my parents.
Yeah, I believe I believe so. With the I agree with this chat right here because you know they like, oh well, we haven't had war on our soils. We take that shit out of, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that here, but no. No, but yeah, that's a good reason. But another reason is, you know, NATO has set up shop around Ukraine. You know, if we was I had showed that map earlier. NATO has showed that map.
Yeah.
Actually, I got it right here. NATO has set up fucking so many. I said NATO showed that map. Wow. The
I got it.
motherfuckers has so many. Strongholds around Russia. You would think that they like, holy crap. Yeah,
Yep.
you need to do something with these people because it don't look right.
Yeah. If you guys look at this map,
Oh,
so we're so used to looking at the map of the world in a certain way, but
Mhm.
this is basically looking at the map from the view geopolitically from the view of the North Pole. So if you look at it from up here, right, and you look at Russia, look at all these little points. Those are all NATO territories,
Mhm.
right?
They surrounded Russia, bro. Don't that look like an invasion? That looked like
Yep.
the start of an invasion. And this is what I was talking on earlier. I was like, this, you know, American plans are being foiled, especially with the US dollar dropping. I can see them wanting to take over Russia. Why the fuck not? We send puppets in so close to their border that we damn near in their politics. Not only that, we actually meddled in their elections in 2016.
Before that, hang on.
They said their country too close to our bases.
And I think people need to understand too that China will be next. Like the way the United States is coming after Russia right now, China will be next because China is the biggest threat to the United States right now when you think about the economy. So think about what they're going to come up with to come after them.
Yep.
So what the Americans are doing is they using Ukraine as like, you know, I would say an Iron Dome type of thing to stop Russia from ever hitting America with some, if we was to ever go out and ever go into full war with them. You know, they act as a defense for them. That's what they're setting up for, man. And then once, you know, some shit pop off, all these territories, all these people, they're gonna be ready to come in and go to war at Russia. And we see right now that they are ill enough to kill their own kind. So what's gonna happen when they see, you know what I'm saying, a Russian woman or child? Just like the video we just showed, they're gonna come in with those thoughts, and they're gonna be ready for whatever.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show people this too because
Yeah, she's right.
That's what I was just telling. I was just telling the ex military. Well, he military, whatever. You know how it is. I was just telling him that, like, what, dude? Ain't nobody like. They're trying to grow more strong powers to keep y'all in check. Ain't nobody playing with y'all.
Yeah, so this is basically a Time magazine back in the 90s where it talks about how the United States actually helped Boris Yeltsin win his election in Russia. So Americans interfered in a Russian election. Americans interfered. So the whole like Russiagate bullshit that was going on, it's not true. In fact, it's more Amerigate. Because the United States has been dipping their hands in other governments to try to make them into whatever they see fit from a capitalistic standpoint. And guess what? United States did it back in the 90s.
Yep.
And so people want to talk about, oh, how evil Putin is. Like, look,
You gave us Putin. You gave Russia Putin.
Just like the United States government gave us Donald Trump, United States government gave us Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Vladimir Putin too.
All them niggas. Well, the thing is, Putin was a puppet that got smart enough to cut off the strings.
Mm-hmm.
They should never put a chip in his back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so, yeah, that's what's been going on. And so people really truly need to realize that there really isn't a good side in this whole thing. People try to make it good guy versus bad guy. Nah, not one government in this whole thing is really that virtuous. Nope. The only thing I think is a somewhat of a positive is the denazification. That's basically it.
Yeah, I can always agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, no, not less Nazis. Okay, well, we ain't gonna get rid of all of them because then once all of them start getting wiped out and pushed back, they can be like.
And plus, did they really think that Ukraine was going to be able to beat Russia? Like,
people
what?
People believe that, Sabi.
My
people
God.
really believe that. They cussing me out talking about Ukraine is coming strong, and they sending me little pictures of Russians dead and shit. I'm like, yeah, that's a war. But look at this. Boom. They like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you ain't see this shit on MSNBC.
No, they don't want you to see it because they just don't want you to see it. But yeah, so any last thoughts on this point as well before we move on?
Oh shit. No, not really. But yeah, but I think Russia got this in the bag. They just making sure. Y'all saw that map. You seen that map. And if there was some hitting like yesterday, they just bombed a NATO stronghold that was hitting in the forest. Nigga, what? Hitting in the forest? Yes. So there's probably way many more. You know what I'm saying? It's probably households and mom and pop shops that they do. So I think they're just being smart about this because if they wanted to, Ukraine could have been wiped off of the map completely. And I don't mean just the people. I mean the land. The land mass probably would have had a big chunk. You would think fucking people in the future would think a goddamn meteor hit this bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we need Putin for our Nazis too. Come take a visit. I got you in Detroit, man. I can point all the ass.
Yeah, Tony Plow is correct. The United States hooked Saddam up some weapons, but they knew they couldn't beat Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it sounds like every single time the United States creates a monster and chickens come home to roost, then we end up paying the consequences for the United States creating monsters.
Every time. Well, they want us to think everybody else, every other country is the bad guy and we're always the good guy. That same rhetoric they had right after 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the hatred that people who were Muslims went through in this country, like after 9/11?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the shit under Trump with the Muslim ban. I'm like, nigga, you gonna ban a whole religion, my nigga? Like, do you not know how many fucking people is Muslims? Like, you can't just point. I could point a white nigga, a black nigga, a Chinese nigga. You don't know. You will be surprised who would be the Muslim. Well, how can you?
Muslim is not a race. I hope everyone understands that, but I'm just saying.
Oh man, he was wild, boy. That nigga was wild.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I've seen white Muslims, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's like you're gonna try to ban over 1 billion people? 1 billion people. Tell me you hate humanity without saying without telling me you hate humanity.
Man, what happened if all our Muslims would have just up and left this motherfucker? Like, yeah, I'm done.
That'd be a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, and 1 point, yeah, I think it's about
1.8.
almost 2 billion people.
Yeah,
Almost 2 billion. You know, and you know, we're going, out there. Well, not us, but the government's going out there, bombing these countries. Basing the terrorism. I say terrorism with quotes because the United States is really the ones who pushed them to get to that point. But they based going after them on the terrorism of a small group of people. And it's like, well, wait a minute. What about the terrorists that, claim they believe in Christ?
Right.
That have happened all over this country.
Right.
What about the radical Christendom terrorists? If you guys want to talk about Islamic terrorists, we can talk about Christian ones too. And yet, oh no, you can't talk about the Christian terrorists. And by the way, I'm not Muslim. And I'm not Christian anymore either. So guess what? Whatever. But I'm telling y'all, right?
People know I'm an atheist. Shit, my name is unholy, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Stop sending me Bible quotes.
Yeah, but here's the crazy part. They use this under the guise of, killing people, for democracy. But really, it's never for democracy. It's actually just to get people's resources and take over their land. Like imperialism has not changed since it first began thousands of years ago. They just do it in a different way, and they just spin it in a way so that to make you accept it.
Right. That's the truth.
Trump banned them, so arms to them, then visit Saudi Arabia, and he touched they glowing balls. They sparkling balls. He was like,
I didn't know Trump played for my team. I'm just kidding. You know what? Nope. That edible. Just get into me right here. Can't do that. JB, don't do that. Don't do that, JB.
What the fuck do that ball do? What the fuck is that ball? I never saw that in religion. Any religions. Like what?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm not too deep in it. Maybe I'm not deep enough.
Oh, I don't know either.
But then again, that's what she said.
Oh my God.
We're not going to do this stream that long. Sabs, I know you got to get going soon.
Okay.
What's going on with you?
Oh shit, I'm high.
I'm not with it today. What's coming up? I'm actually doing a special stream tonight. I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but I missed last night because I had allergies. It's a long story. Anyway, I'm streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel, Sabby Sabs. Should be a pretty fun stream. Got a couple cool things to talk about there. And then tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Cynthia McKinney will be back with me. I do have a lot to ask her, so I've been looking forward to this. It's been a while. And then we're going to roll that over into the call-in segment of the show at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, buddy. Get ready for that. Ready for that. And then this weekend is the Third Party Summit. We'll be back. We'll all be on here. People have different panels that they're on. So you'll see some of us on some on others. And then Sunday night on my channel, Ethnic Women's Liberation panel is back. We're having a dating episode, so that should be really fun. So definitely stay tuned.
That's gonna be fun.
Damn.
All
You're
right.
gonna do all that in the third, like, okay, well,
I'm only doing one summit. One summit. I'm only on the panel with Steph on Saturday. It's a 2-hour panel. the candidate panel?
I believe so. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. But still, get some rest, please.
I will.
All right. Well, have a great show, Sabs. It was good to see you in the roundtable this evening.
Boobs. Peace out.
Boobs. Okay.
Everybody hot today.
All right. Look. Today we're going to have to be off our rockers today because it's just this week.
We got to learn to laugh through certain bullshit. Cause hey, I will lose my motherfucking mind, man. You know.
Yeah. So I think we can do another 15 minutes because I'm too high to carry. I'm too high to carry this stream. You're high too. It's not a good mix, man. At least one of us got to be sober. Honestly, I think we just need to end the stream on a bright and happy note. So look, next week you're gonna be here in Florida.
Oh yeah, it was Florida. That's the city I'm coming to.
Yeah, you couldn't remember. Yeah, that's why I'm here to remind you. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, man. We're gonna be down there. We're gonna do the damn thing. I'm trying to get some shit together so I can have all my odds and ends. Send you some more funds so we can have everything together. So once I touch down, we can just, you know what I'm saying, get straight to work.
Yeah, definitely. And so we got that going on. And I'm pregnant, so just to let y'all know. Just kidding. I said I was gonna keep it light and fun. That's exactly what we're gonna do here.
Oh shit! Don't have no kids. Everybody on this stream, if you're younger than 25, don't have no kids. If you got kids, stop. Stop it. Pull out. Put a wrapper on it. Hey, and they make female condoms too. So and no excuses, motherfucker.
Yep. Keep everything above the waist. You know, keep it oral, people.
We need to get a grip on this badass generation before we bring another one in, because this generation just, I don't know, bro. Y'all niggas can't handle the Zoomers. Millennials, they ain't gonna be able to handle the Zoomers. They're gonna do us like we did the Boomers 2.0.
Yeah.
And we got Alpha too? Generation Alpha?
Gen Alpha, yeah. Because my youngest nephew's a part of that generation. Yeah. So, you know, if people stop having kids now, then that would, you know, cut us off from Gen Beta coming in. But boy, I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm not gonna do an edible that strong like that late at night ever again. Like if I'm doing
an edible, high from it?
Yeah. I took that edible at like 11 p.m. last night, bro, and then I took
full of sleep.
But okay. I also took 3 hits from a blunt too on top of it. So
okay.
Yeah. So
we thought you know how to roll a blunt, nigga?
Nah, but you know, I found some people.
Oh, okay. But I ain't never seen you. I ain't never heard about you smoking, but okay.
But it happened.
You must have been around some bad friends, man. Some
wrong.
Take the hit, man. You already doing an edible, man. You might as well just hit the blunt. It's gonna boost it in. You ain't gonna have to wait. It's gonna give you a little boost.
Yeah. Trust me, I got a boost. I got a rocket boost. You know, man. Got a brother up in here and singing Major Tom up in this motherfucker. Goodness gracious. I'm about to go. I was in space.
Yeah, I'm about to get there my damn self. Probably on now. I'm probably about to lay down. I just got done building my deck. Well, no, I'm not even done, man. I'm still sanding and doing some woodwork. And
sorry, you said woodwork.
Pause, man.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Homo. What the fuck you gonna do about it, nigga? Oh, homo, nigga. Tired of this shit. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
watch
I'm gonna
that.
start doing that to dudes. I'll be like,
I gotta
yo,
watch
man,
y'all here.
you dress kind of nice, man. I like your outfit, man. All homo. All homo. Yep. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
He be like, bro,
be happy that I find you attractive.
right?
Because we some picky motherfuckers.
I swear. Because look, you're really dusty. I was waiting for you.
I wore these gray sweatpants for a reason, man. I want you to notice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be like, hey man, I'm not gay, but I like to be noticed.
Don't act like you ain't looked down, motherfucker. When you was looking, because I saw your boy looking.
I saw that. I saw you were like.
Oh,
wrong.
Anyways, Woodwork. How the fuck we get to hear from Woodwork? Woodwork. Motherfucker, I was doing some woodwork. But,
yeah, that woodwork. Why in the hell y'all still watching right now? See what happens when Savvy leaves? See when the adult in the room leaves? Savvy kept me mature. She kept me on track. She was just like, JB, I got you.
I don't even think you can Google woodwork. I don't even think you can say woodwork. I don't think you can Google it and the right thing will pop up. I'm scared.
You can say woodwork all you want. Woodwork.
But anyways, I was doing some woodwork. And I'm gonna show y'all today. Somebody asked me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna probably take a picture of the before and after. Once everything gets put up and I get everything how I really want it.
Did you stain it and everything too? Or are you gonna be doing that too?
Not yet.
Okay, that's gonna be last.
We have consistent, good enough weather for me to want to stain it. I need me a good hot day.
Yeah, so it can dry, right?
Yeah, right then and there. Yep. I might stream it. Wow, shit, fuck it, why not?
I mean,
it's just gonna be me walking back and forth, sweating like a motherfucker.
I mean, anything to get the views up.
Oh yeah, I'll take my shirt off. If y'all throw them super chats at me.
Make it rain on Rome. That'd be hilarious. Bruh. I would bring a bunch of dollar bills and make it rain on you. Just
as long as I get to keep them motherfuckers, I don't care.
Yo, I was about to say this. When you come down here, I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
What?
I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble because you're gonna bring down a blunt and you're gonna be puffing, passing with me. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be gone.
If I take a train, I'm thinking because I usually can get free plane rides, but if I fuck around and catch a train, then I'm pretty sure I can bring some weed. But I never really brought some weed, but I forgot I had some weed on me coming back from the West Coast somewhere, Seattle. Like that was the only time I got away with some bullshit like that. But I'll be scared. I smoke all my weed outside to go catch the plane. Like I got me some I got some US I got some Ralph Lauren cologne. They never really smelled it over that. He'd be like, oh, your cologne smell good. Like, yeah, that's what that nigga sound that nigga sound how high? That's that Cannabon for men.
Yo, man, if I keep up the way I'm going, I'm gonna end up smelling like some Brute cologne and a pack of Cools and some shit. I'm gonna be that old black man.
Yep.
Oh man. But yeah, look, I just want to tell everybody who's watching on the stream, I am very proud and I'm very, grateful that you guys come here day in and day out to watch us here on RBN. Like, that means a lot, man. That people actually really, truly want to know what the truth is objectively, and they get it from our perspective. you know, and the fact that you guys share our streams and you share, you know, it on social media and all that, that actually means a lot, because the goal was never to get famous on here. The goal is always to just spread the message as far wide as possible. I mean, real talk.
It's to push propaganda. That was the conversation that we had, and that was
Yeah.
the conversation that was what I said in the conversation.
Yeah.
We need, you know what I'm saying, a mainly black channel to push propaganda, to push the narrative in our way.
Yeah.
I'm about to I'm keeping it real. It's like, but we also do shit on the ground. All this shit is propaganda. We don't get no real power that can change you guys' lives. We can spark a mind or two.
And that's the point. I mean, you know, it's like I always say, you don't have to change the entire world, just somebody's world, you know, even if it's just a little bit, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I'm excited for next week, because it's going to be good. Because, you know, one thing I said, that you cannot be anti-imperialist or on the left if you don't have a love for humanity. One thing I respect the fuck out of you for, Rome, is that you love humanity, and you a G, you about it. And that's one of the things that I love about you, man, is that it's like your heart is as big as your balls, bro. Massive. So, but it's all because you love humanity and you love the earth, and I'm just like, that hit me, bro. So I just want to say, man, I love you, and I love the example that you set, you know. And yes, homo, yeah.
But thank you, man. I'm just trying to make a mark on this bitch before I dip. Like, some people don't know like what to do. Like, do what the fuck you want. Do what the fuck you want, man. And sometimes you're gonna have to take those crazy ass steps and talk to people that you know what I'm saying, wouldn't even think will give you the time of the day, you know. It's gonna be really be about this shit. Because when you talking about change, you know what I'm saying, we talking about liberation, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So the world be obstacles, there will be people in your way, there will be naysayers, there will be haters. It comes with the job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't focus too much on them, and then you're gonna miss out on the people that's actually supporting you. Just if you want to do it, dog, I'm telling you, it don't really take much. All it takes is the right pushing, the right type of propaganda to push your message. So you know, and you gotta learn how to professionally ask for money to professionally you know what I'm saying, present things away, like, oh, even if I did go in a homeless shelter and I fed everybody, big what they fucking do. But the way we make it look under the communist brand, you know, we pushing communism, we talking about it, doing speeches there and shit like that. There you go. But whatever.
But you know what? You're like Goku, bro. You got that spirit bomb, and all it takes is for each one person to give just a little bit of their energy, right? And you're just like there. You're just like, give me all, just like, universe, give me all your energy. You're just like, you're like this. You're just like, you're holding up that, you're holding up that spirit bomb, bro. And the next thing you know, you're like, ah! Next thing you know, you got that ugly ass pink motherfucker going, ah! You know.
Oh, Marjorie Boo. Yo, I've been watching Dragon Ball lately. Oh, that's Kid Boo.
Yeah, Kid Boo, bro. Yeah,
Kid Boo.
Yeah, that's capitalism, bro. Capitalism is Kid Boo. You know,
Kid Boo, a motherfucker, man.
Kid Boo, man. Fuck. You know.
But yeah, man. Yeah, that is a great example, because I do base a lot of what you know what I'm saying, like my attitude around Goku, for real, like Goku, Tupac, Malcolm X, like, just don't give a fuck, and sometimes fight just to fight. Fight just because there's a fight there. Like, oh, somebody want to fight? Who? Like, and sometimes you're not gonna win. Sometimes you might die. but you will always live forever if you're strong enough. If your words and what you have done is, you know.
Oh yeah. Hold up. I'm sorry. Yes, I did. That thing was badass.
Oh yeah.
That was.
Yeah, Zamazu.
Yeah. You know what? And this has nothing to do with politics at all whatsoever. But Rome, I still haven't seen the new Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I haven't seen it.
Man, that shit gonna blow your fucking mind. You gotta watch it on a big screen in a dark room.
Yeah.
And get high while you're doing it, because I think it should be free now. It should be free.
Yeah.
You should be able to watch that on Facebook or something.
I don't know. I got to find it because I do want to watch it though, because I want to see it. I think I saw some of it. I think I saw it on like one of them like free sites that upload shit, but then it stops and then you have to click on another play, but then it opens up another window and spams you, and yeah. So I was like, I gave up on that.
You got your identity now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm pretty much done with the stream. Because I want you guys to take a rest, go over to Sabby, for her stream. So all 114 of y'all that are watching this right now, head over to Sabby's in about half an hour to watch her on her stream. Also, just to let you guys know, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure, if you're not subscribed, then what the hell are you doing? And also donate to Rome's Tour for the Poor.
Fuck it, why not?
Yep.
I've been lacking on that fucking funding, but I'm gonna try to get shit. Motherfucker, once PayPal get that,
you okay?
Money off hold. Yeah, my fucking dad trying to. Oh, I hope I ain't stretch my shit to the white meat.
Oh,
is that Dr. Umar? I know. I didn't say white meat. I didn't say no. No, but yeah, I'm gonna send you some more money so we can get this shit cracking.
All right, man. I don't even know what the fuck to do now.
Your pardon?
Huh?
I beg your pardon.
I love the way people from Africa say "I beg." I love that. I beg. So I'm gonna start saying that from now on. All right, man. Yo, remember to water your plants, water yourselves, leave the world better than you found it, and smoke them if you got them, baby. Mwah, forehead kisses. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. You sexy beasts out there, all y'all.